I
am an idiot. Why? Let's find out. You know, I have been so lazy of late. Since I finished school, teaching at school, which was 4 months ago, I have had no health insurance, and I've only just realised it. You know, I think it's probably the most stupid thing I've done in my 50 years of living. It's crazy. How can you live here without insurance? Am I clever? Of course not. Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to get a little bit healthy. So I've decided to come to the exercise park at Khon Kaen University because one, it's good for me, and two, I actually want to talk about health insurance, something that a lot of foreigners overlook, especially people from Britain, because they think it's free. So instead of looking at my ugly mug, I will walk you around and talk. Okay, so health insurance. Well, if you're young and on holiday in Thailand, you don't really need to spend that much to get decent cover, but you most certainly should. I've heard of some horror stories of people who end up with serious accidents and they have simply no cover whatsoever and end up running up massive hospital bills that they can't afford to pay. And then the family has to get involved, and it could, you know, the GoFundMe starts, and it even makes the national press. You know, quite a few stories have been in recently of people with no insurance whatsoever. So you should get that, of course, but that's not too expensive, to be honest, to be well covered. I'm really talking more about health insurance for long-term expats. As an old-timer myself, or well on my way, a few people have started to ask me recently about health insurance in Thailand and whether expats finance it themselves, get cover, or simply wing it. And scarily, I am the latter right now. I am winging it, quite literally. I'm certainly not proud of it, and I am really scared in case anything goes wrong. I did have insurance until the end of April this year, but then I stopped teaching, so my free cover stopped too. I've never really had to use insurance, but touch wood, I haven't had any problems so far. However, I'm certainly no spring chicken now, and should I have a heart attack, a stroke, get cancer, or have any serious health issue, then I'm done. I would be fried. It would be game over. All my savings could be swallowed up in one hit. Quite seriously, I've seen it happen. Yeah, not good. And I tell you, I've heard of some real horror stories of heart attack treatment costing upwards of 2 million baht, ongoing cancer treatment, even more, smashed up in a motorbike accident, more still. I've also heard of many people say that they just returned to the UK. So should they have a heart attack, get cancer, or have a serious injury, they think they can just go home and the NHS will sort it if you're in Britain. That is definitely not a good idea, I promise you. If you have a heart attack, if you have a serious accident, it's already too late. You're going to be stuck here. It's difficult to get home. And not only that, if you've been an expat for any length of time in this country, then you may not even be in the NHS system. It's quite possible. Like, for example, I will not be. And if I went back to England, I would have to pay. Yeah, like anyone else. So, not a good idea. Right now, I am that worried that I've been feverishly looking for the right health insurance for me. I am 50, not too old, but I'm on a serious budget. I do apparently have some cover for my debit card. Yep, this little baby. My Khon Kaen Pearl Visa, or it's actually more of a debit card. It actually gives me 100,000 baht of health insurance for minor injuries, but I'm not entirely sure whether that covers foreigners, so that's something I'm going to have to check again. But it's something you might want to check out yourself. You never know, you may already have insurance. Apparently, I am also insured for up to 2 million baht, I believe, on my car insurance. So if I have an accident in a car, I don't ride a motorbike, just go in the car. I have up to 2 million baht cover for any accidents I may receive that happen over time, and that's per person. So if both my wife and I have an injury, I do believe I'm covered for up to 2 million baht. So that's also handy. Therefore, the best option for me, I think, seems to be cover for serious issues. You know, if I have a heart attack, a stroke, cancer, the bad ones, you know. And this would cover me for inpatient only, and not for serious problems. If it were an outpatient issue or a minor issue, then I simply would not be covered. Excuse me, wait for this. Very, very loud motorbike sometimes. That said, I would be happy to pay a few thousand baht for a slight injury or whatever. That's not the issue. The only real concern is if it's something that's very, very, very serious and could end up costing me basically 500,000, 1 million baht, 2 million, whatever. It will just eat all of my savings in one go, you know. And it's something I can ill afford. So it's very, very, very worthwhile doing that. I am still umming and ahhing over which health insurance cover is right for me, and one thing I've learned by looking at other sites is you most definitely need to read the small print. If you are seriously ill, some companies may use a powerful microscope to look at even the smallest of print and try and avoid paying out in any way they can. You know, so make sure that you know what you are getting. Yeah, don't just think, oh, I am insured and therefore I'm okay. Because one thing that's very, very important is I've read that you absolutely must disclose any pre-existing conditions, and this includes things like high blood pressure, head injuries, heart conditions, hereditary conditions, and so on. So as far as I know, I don't have any, I don't think. So I should be okay, but you can never be too careful. So what am I going to do? Well, I've been scouring the internet, as I said, and I found several companies. However, they all seem to want my email address, my phone number, and before you know it, you'll have sales reps calling you, and it's a bit of a pain, to be honest. I don't want to be called at 3 AM by some sales rep. It's just not really my thing, you know. I know they're probably being helpful, but it's not really what I want to do. But all is not lost. I found a little website that gives you a lot of different quotes very, very quickly, and you only have to put in a few little minor details and you can take it from there, you know. I'll put a link where it is below and you can have a look yourself if you so wish. It seems legit. I've already checked it. It is definitely legit, so it may be good for you. So this site gives instant quotes from loads of leading companies. Just complete the details, you know, male or female, whether you want inpatient or outpatient, your age, and your email address, and then a whole host of quotes should pop up. As you can see here, from as little as 12,659 baht with maximum cover for 270,000 baht, right up to 86,798 baht with a maximum cover of 65.5 million baht. Wow. You know, I think for me, something like 28,116 baht there with maximum cover of up to 1.2 million, that may well be enough for me, I think. Let me know otherwise if you do disagree. And as I said, I know some people may say it's not enough for cover or whatever, but I'm hoping that at 50 I'm not going to get anything too serious, as I'm in pretty decent shape and I don't smoke. Though I could lose a few pounds, to be honest, which is why I'm doing this walking. I haven't got the insurance yet, as I'm still searching. I will do a follow-up video and fill you in on the insurance company I ended up going for and why I went for them in the end. But that may be some time, just not sure at the moment. I mean, if anyone knows of a better company, better health insurance policies, or you know, if you can help us in any way, that would be fantastic. Especially if you're thinking of coming to Thailand, then that would be great. I mean, of course, I'm new to health insurance, as I've always been provided it while I was a teacher. So I've just kind of ignored it. I've never really needed it, in all honesty. But the only advice I could definitely give right now would be to almost certainly make sure you get health insurance sorted before you come out. It's as important as your savings. It's as important as anything. Because if you do have a heart attack, you do have a stroke, you do get cancer, anything serious, any savings you have may not be there for much longer. You may not even have enough money to pay for it. You know, it does happen. If you're thinking of coming over, you're going to get married, or you're just going to retire, then health insurance is vitally important. It really, really, really is. I'd advise anybody to get it. Likewise, if you're coming here to work, check with your company. There's a very, very good chance that they may pay for your health insurance, which would be fantastic if that's the case. But not all do, you know. So don't just think, oh, I have health cover just because you work. You might not. To be honest, it's been a really, really foolish thing that I've done to try and wing it. And I've done it now for 4 months, and it's really smashing my stress levels to bits, to the point I actually think not having health insurance is making me sick, and I may need the health insurance. And that's as stupid as it sounds, but it's true, you know. I mean, sure, I could be healthy for years, I may not have any problems, and hopefully I won't, yeah. But if I have a stroke or a heart attack, if it hits, I need to be prepared. But also read the small print, and that's something I've got to do now, and that's why I'm going to take my time and make sure it's right for me. You know, it's very, very, very important to do so. So that will do for today. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to get your own health insurance and read the small print. Don't forget, if you like this video, please like, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, comment, even share. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it helps my channel a lot. Thank you very much. See you in the next one. Bye bye.